Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Ashley Kay, and this is my journaling channel. I am working on the last days of September for my 2021 daily creative journal, Fobonichi, whatever it is you call it, that's what this is. And can I just say that it's probably shocking to no one else, but we are halfway through October already. I don't know what happened, but it went fast for us over in my world and my home. Today is Monday as I am recording this voiceover, and it was the first day back to school for my son and my daughter after our 2-week fall break, which was amazing and wonderful to have. But it definitely made things hard to get back into the swing. And having 2 weeks off really makes it so that I just don't pay attention to time or space or anything like that. And so it just really shocked me when I sat down to record and I checked the date and it was the 18th. Wild. But as you can see here, I'm finishing up September in this journal, and I have really enjoyed it. I'm a little sad to see it go, and I'm working through my new journal for October and probably into November, if we're being honest. I mean, I don't go that fast. So what I have is a little border sticker that I got from the Dollar Tree years and years ago. They were like 12-inch, I think, and I cut them at some point. And now I just have a bunch of random ones that I'm trying to use up. The cocoa mix was something that I got for myself, and I didn't love it. I'm not a big French vanilla fan, but I do love white hot chocolate. This was not white hot chocolate. It was like vanilla flavored chocolate, and it was weird. But I drank it, and I'm putting it into my journal to commemorate, I guess. And then on the other page, I have a little magazine cutout of a cute lamp that I liked. That was like $800. It was so expensive. Blows my mind. And then I have a picture showcasing the earlobe stretching journey that I am on. I am stretching my lobes. I know everybody has an opinion on it, and that's okay. I'm not interested in anybody else's opinion, though. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. You're never going to have to see my ears in real life, and I think that should be a solace to you if you don't like stretched ears. But on this next page, I'm going to do a little spread out with pictures of my children. I have a picture of my son right there from preschool where they were working on their cutting skills. And then don't think I have it yet. I think that I had to get it printed off in the next batch. So you will see it soon, but I'm actually going to not put my son's picture there. I'm going to put my daughter's picture there. And so I'm just kind of having his picture there to like mark the spot. I think I put like a pin around it, like a line so that I know where to put it. And then you get to see my beautiful fat cat again. I think he has made an appearance in almost every single video that I've done in the past month. And in fact, he's going to come on like 2 more times. Yep, here he is. He just is really attention hungry when I journal for some reason. He doesn't want anything to do with me almost any other time, except for when I'm sitting at my desk journaling. And he's not a small cat, as you can see. So what I ended up doing was I just like stopped recording and gave him attention, and then I came back to doing what I was doing. But you know, that's how it is when you have tiny little fur babies who don't understand personal space, I guess. So here I am. I'm going to be doing the outline for the picture so that I can kind of move on and start doing the opposite page. With my son's picture, I'm doing pink and purple behind his photo. I didn't blend them as nicely as I did that yellow and that green though, and it still bugs me just watching this back. Like, I did not do a good job. Look at that. That is very rigid, whereas the yellow and green were just so seamless. But I guess that's how it goes. Sometimes you don't do things how you like them, and then you don't enjoy how the page turned out sometimes. And I think that's okay. As with all art, and I do think that to an extent our journaling is an art, all art is subjective, and all art doesn't have to please everyone all of the time. Not even yourself as the creator of said art. So I just have to keep that in mind. It's okay if I don't love every single page because it's art, and sometimes art isn't meant for the creator completely. I don't know. I'm still trying to convince myself of that because I started an art journal in a composition notebook to do some doodling and some exercises, and I don't pick it up often because even though it's a composition notebook, even though it was 50 cents, even though it is no pressure, I still just don't want to make ugly art. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to get it over that part of my brain. You know what I mean? To be able to do those things. Anyway, I'm digging through the piles on my desk right now on screen. I just am not a neat person when it comes to my things like this. The rest of my house, I assure you, is not like my desk, I promise. But man, I just can't keep my journaling things. Like, every time I put them away, I get it all out again. Like, I don't know what to do. It's a cycle. But I'm digging through to find some things to kind of accent the page. I have some stickers, some planner stickers, and then this, it came in the Play-Doh. Like, I got that little Play-Doh thing, that little dog that you push and its hair grows, or maybe it's a lion, I don't know. But I got that packaging, and it was from my son's treasure box. So he is potty training, and we are really trying to do some positive reinforcement, a lot of praise, and then a sticker chart. And so he filled up his sticker chart, and so he got that to, he chose that out of his treasure box, and he loved it. We played with it for hours, and I tried to do the trick that Journal with Dolly does, where you kind of separate it from like the pressed paper, but it didn't separate, and it wasn't that thick anyway, so I didn't fuss over it. I just cut it out and put it down. That little frog is from, so my mom used to be like a teacher's aide back when they were actually called teacher's aide. They're called something else now. Or maybe not. Maybe they're still called a teacher's aide. I don't know. But that was left over from that time in her life, and she sent out them to me, and you saw me kind of flip through and see which ones I wanted to use. And that was the one I went with. I thought that one was super cute. Oh, my dog is draining. Can you hear her? Sorry if you can hear her and it bugs you. So now I'm working on the last day of September, and I'm using this really pretty paper that I have. It's a scrapbooking paper, and I tried to use my corner rounder because it can pop off and you can scallop, but it wasn't quite working the way I wanted it to, so I used my scissors, and I again am not in love with how it looks, but I think once it all came together, it looks all right. It's just kind of square and boxy, and you can kind of see it right there from the back a little bit better on the paper, maybe. Yeah, you can kind of see it's square and boxy, and I'm not crazy about it, but I think that it looks okay when it comes together. Trust the process is what I'm trying to say. But it was just a paper scrap that I have, and I really want to try and work through some of my paper scraps over the month of October. It doesn't seem to be working. I seem to just be making more paper scraps, but that's okay because that's what we do with journaling and art making, is sometimes you make more. What I have put down on top of that little scalped border is an Instagram photo that I found. I'm pretty sure it's from Instagram, and it says, just because you carry it all so well doesn't mean it's heavy. And I feel that deep, deep, deep in my bones sometimes, you know. We all have our pasts and our things that we work through, and just because we have figured it out and how to go through it doesn't mean that it's light for us. And then I'm rounding off the pictures with 2 magazines, or I'm rounding off the pages with 2 pictures for magazines. How about that one? One of them is of a weighted blanket, and it looks very much like the weighted blanket I have. And I think that was... No, not yet. I hurt my back at the beginning of October. And I was going to say, I think that was the day that I hurt my back, but I don't think it was. But I did put the weighted blanket in there. I love my weighted blanket. This is your official, if you've been waiting for a sign to get a weighted blanket, this is it. I feel like I need to put a asterisk in here saying that I'm not really telling you to make any purchases. Like, you decide if you want to make purchases. Don't listen to me. And then this other one I'm putting in for Banned Book Week. I felt like it was a good way to put an end to my journal, because Banned Book Week straddles the end of September and the beginning of October. So it just really fit in well, and I think this was a cutout from one of my teaching magazines that I had left over, and I'm just going to make the background blue with one of my daubers and put her on top and kind of talk about Banned Book Week. And the book that I read for that was The Hate You Give, which I highly, highly, highly recommend. It was so good. And if you take the time to stop and think about it, it is such a poignant and pivotal piece. A lot of people that I've talked to or mentioned that I read it were like, why are you reading YA novel? But just because it's showcasing young people does not mean that it's not pivotal. But anyway, we are at the end of the video, and I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch, taking the time out of your day to watch my video, to take in and listen to me. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, please subscribe. I will also leave my Instagram down below if you would like to see some pictures there of the pages that I do. And I just appreciate you all so, so, so much. I hope that you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I hope that you are enjoying it. And thank you so much for sticking around. And I hope that you come back and journal with me again very soon. Bye.